Good evening, everyone. Welcome, and hope you're doing well. No, actually, scratch that. I hope you're doing fantastic. um, Welcome to the show where we do a little drinking and a little thinking. But I know you're probably asking, hey, Dave, where are you? And, I'm asking the same thing myself. And hopefully I find myself soon, because that would make life a lot easier. No, but I know I normally do videos that have me in it. But you see, I have a little issue. I don't actually have a lot of access to my studio, and I want to upload more videos and stuff and share more articles and all that good stuff. But I have noise issues. I got family members in the house. They're noisy. I got chickens. Oh my goodness, these chickens just clucking everywhere, barking everywhere. They lay eggs though. That kind of makes up for it. And noisy neighbors. They like to party. I mean, Monday. Who parties on a Monday night? I don't know, but they do. So, anyway, just wanted to make a video. Do it a little different format for a change. But I think I'm gonna use these for short form, if you know what I mean. Like, we'll just keep it quick. Just want to share a couple articles with you. So, that being said, let's just jump right into it. I've linked the articles in the description below, so feel free to check those out. You can read them on your own if you want, or you could stick around and listen to the sound of my very dashing and very manly voice as I read them to you.
I'm a real boy!
But for those of you who aren't in the know, California is number one now. And what are we the number one in? Well, unemployment. Yeah, fantastic. Under the brave and stunning leadership of the Democrats and Gavin Newsom, we have a very high unemployment rate. So, yeah, Democrats, thanks for that. And let's see. The first article I want to share is from Fox Business, and it reads the title. California unemployment claims are 1/3 of nation's total, while Texas cranks up its job creation. So there you go. Interesting. And the article reads as follows: California's unemployment rate stands at 7.5% as businesses continue fleeing the high-tax state. The state of California released a jobs report on Friday showing the highest unemployment rate in the nation. California alone represents 1/3 of the overall unemployed in the nation. The California Employment Development Department September jobs report showed that the state gained 47,400 jobs since August, but holds an unemployment rate of 7.5%, which ties Nevada for the highest in the United States. Oh, so I guess we're tied for Nevada. Woohoo! um, Additionally, unemployment claims rose to 80,700 last week, which amounted to 1/3 of the total claims in the country. The state's Democratic governor, Gavin Newsom, painted an optimistic picture of the report. Excuse me. Blaming the virus pandemic for the slow growth, but claiming that the state is, quote, averaging record job creation. All right. Whatever you say, buddy. Mr. Newsom, whatever you say. It's not like I live here and have two eyeballs and can see the stuff happening before my very face. But, yeah, averaging record job creation. Yes, yes. Moving on. Quote, our economic recovery continues to make promising progress, with 812,000 new jobs this year, and regaining over 63% of those jobs we lost to the pandemic, Newsom said in a release. As we continue averaging record job creation, our work is more important than ever to get more Californians back on the job and support those hardest hit by the pandemic. Within the past 8 months, California has created 812,000 new jobs, more than any other state, Newsom added. That averages out to approximately 101,500 per month. End quote. Let's see. In June, and many times since then, Newsom has claimed that California is, quote, roaring back under his leadership. But economic indicators, including the recent jobs report, have suggested that the comeback is moving slowly. So which is it? Are we roaring back or are we moving slowly? I don't think those two terms are similar, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I've been wrong before. Oh man. Okay. Since the beginning of 2018, California has seen 265 companies relocate their headquarters outside of the state. Uh, Side note, Tesla is one of those. 74 of which left in the first 6 months of 2021, according to a new analysis published by the Hoover Institution, a right-leaning think tank at Stanford University. By comparison, 62 businesses moved outside of the state in 2020, while 78 relocated in 2019. In 2018, 58 companies exited the state. The migration is taking place across a broad range of industries, such as manufacturing, aerospace, financial services, real estate, chemicals, healthcare, and technology. The headquarter exits include big tech legacy firms such as Hewlett Packard Enterprises and Oracle, but also smaller, rapidly growing firms like Darvis, which helps digitize hospital logistics, hygiene, and documentation. The biggest reason that companies are relocating outside of the state is finances. California is, quote, too expensive, too regulated, and too heavily taxed, both for companies and for the workers they hire. Yeah, no kidding. You know how much California takes out of my paycheck? It's insane. Anyway, that's evidenced in part by the new destinations for the departing companies. States with lower costs, fewer regulations, lower taxes, and a higher quality of life for workers are the leading choices for the businesses. Since the beginning of 2018, Texas has seen 114 companies formerly based in California relocate to the state. According to Governor Greg Abbott, R, Republican, meanwhile, Texas led job creation across the United States in September. According to Abbott, Texas had nearly twice the number of new jobs than California in September. So there you go. I mean, what a coincidence that a state that has lower costs, fewer regulations, lower taxes, and a higher quality of life would attract companies and workers. I mean, that's just weird, man. Like a state without homeless people on every corner and a drug epidemic. Or maybe they do have a drug epidemic, but I guarantee you it ain't as bad as here. Oh man. Anyway, on the similar note, I actually wanted to bring to your attention the second article, which comes from California Assembly member Kevin Kiley. And I read his blog quite often, and I encourage you to do the same. It's called The Capital Quagmire, and it's linked below. And I actually met Kevin Kiley in real life a couple times. I do a lot of volunteering and for groups, and he's a great guy. He's really cool. I like him a lot. He's a young guy, and to hear what he says about our state capital is very troubling. I mean, he could go on for days about how bad things are and just the kind of crazy people that we elect here. I mean, it's just shocking. So, anyway, great guy, super great guy, and got a blog. Like I said, I'll link it below. And he wrote an article on this very topic, which kind of sums it up very nicely. So I'll just read it now. Let's see. The title of which is We're Number One. And it reads a little something like this. Congratulations to Governor Newsom. California officially has the highest unemployment rate in the United States. We now account for a third of the nation's jobless claims. Gas prices are also higher than anywhere, as high as $7.59 a gallon. Ouch. I don't know where that is. I'm paying about $4.50, but I'm assuming that's probably Bay Area or Los Angeles somewhere. Anyway, and shorter showers are on the way. Newsom declared a drought emergency because reservoirs are low, even though a few years ago they were overflowing, and water still flows abundantly into the ocean. For those of you who don't know, California dumps water because of these little fish. I think it's the Delta smelt. I think that's what they're called. And I think there's also some other fish. I don't know, salmon or whatever. But long story short, they dump water into the ocean to help out these fish. Which I'm all for helping out the fish. But if that doesn't mean I get drinking water, like, sorry fish, it's your me, and you're probably tasty anyway. Anyway, let's see. Speaking of the ocean, Newsom is refusing calls by industry experts to alleviate the backlog at our ports by suspending AB 5. His corruption has become a national crisis. For those of you that don't know, California AB 5, Assembly Bill 5, reclassified who was an independent contractor versus an employee, and it really messed things up here, especially with truck drivers, because a lot of truck drivers are independent owner operators. So this law really messed them up. And as far as how, I couldn't give you the details because I'm not in the trucking industry, but I have seen online people posting, talking about how horrible it is and how the truckers are just having a really hard time, trying to figure out this law. Maybe I'll do a video on that someday. Let's see. His corruption has become a national crisis. And remember Newsom's vaccine lotteries, where he spun a giant wheel, gave away $116 million, and compared himself to Oprah? A study finds they had no effect. Such waste, however, pales in comparison to the latest on, quote, high-speed rail. We've just learned of another billion in cost overruns. Yeah, I should definitely do a video on this one. The bullet train, the gravy train to nowhere. Not surprising, another billion in cost overruns. And by the time it's even remotely... By the time they lay another piece of track down, like literally one single piece of track, there'll probably be another billion. I guarantee you. Moving on. Meanwhile, rising crime has Walgreens closing 5 stores in San Francisco. A recall of the SF district attorney appears to have qualified. In LA, 31 cities have censored DA George Gascon with no confidence votes. Governor Ronald Reagan said California, quote, should never take second place. Governor Gavin Newsom does have us leading the nation in all the wrong ways. Well, thanks, Kevin. Couldn't have said it better myself. And like I said earlier, I'm here. I see it. For those of you who aren't here, I can assure you, things are bad here. And Kevin Kiley here is spot on. California is going in the wrong direction quickly and horrifically. Every day things are getting worse. But unlike most people, I'm not disappointed. Well, maybe I shouldn't say disappointed. I'm not defeated. There we go. That's a better word. I'm optimistic. I think people are finally getting around to figure out that we can do better. And the way that the current political climate is, the current political party in charge, Gavin Newsom, the way they're taking us is backwards. And I'm really starting to see that, talking to people, because let's be honest, I'm in California. I'm surrounded by people that are opposite the political spectrum of me, and I'm seeing some encouraging signs. So who knows if anything will come of it, but I'd like to think it will. So anyway, I think I'll leave that there. I just wanted to share those 2 articles with you, and toot the horn, go California, we're number 1. And yeah, so that being said, I hope you all have a great night. Hope you have a great evening. I hope you'll tune in again. And whatever you're going through, good or bad, I'd like to just say that I'll keep you in my thoughts and prayers. We're all in this together. So let's help each other out, yeah? Oh, and one final thing before I go. I want to give a shout out to my awesome friend Brian and his lovely wife Heather. They launched their blog, The Thriving Hut, which is, man, this place is just cozy, let me tell you. So if you're in the mood for something cozy, you don't even need to read the articles. Just leave the screen up, just let it sit there, and you'll feel like you're in a log cabin in the winter. It's just a warm, fuzzy feeling. It's great. No, but the articles are good too. They got some self-help stuff and some unique experiences and takes on things. It's pretty cool. So yeah, they're great people, great little blog, and I encourage you to check it out and show them some love. So, yeah. Anyway, yeah, I think that's about it. So, good night, everyone. Take care. California, California.